look at that, guys. Both Arise and Sibley are on 9 goals, and the 2 goals behind Wally. I think, yes, look at that. We're running away with the league at the minute. Although it doesn't really surprise me that much, saying since I brought Derby down from the Championship, and we still have a decent squad of players. But what is my goal difference? I'm dreading to see like how many goals we've conceded. Goals 4 and goals we've conceded 23. So it's still not the best, but we're definitely the league's top goal scorers, I think. So let's just have a look. I mean, who's that? Doncaster have conceded 2 less. MK Dons have conceded 20. Sunderland 22. So, you know, wow. Okay, so we're not the worst. Gillingham and Rochdale are on par. Northampton and Crewe Alexandria and Accrington. So there is quite some bad defending here and us as well, but at least we've got the most goals, so we're not doing too bad. And we've got all our scout reports come back. We've also got an email about Bendigrim, or however you say his name, because apparently we're not playing him well or too much. Right, so who's this? I don't think I'm going to be able to afford him. No way, 10 million. It was nice while it lasted, so we'll delete you. I'm going to shortlist you. All of these guys do have good potential, I think, if I remember correctly, or do grow quite well. So that the people just I think this is just one that I was looking at, maybe bolster the squad a bit in that midfield. So I've got that bit more of age and whatnot. But the majority of them, like these younger players, they're all players that will grow considerably well. So I'm definitely going to shortlist them and see who we can pilch. And then I just got Andy Carroll because I thought, why the hell not? I mean, imagine if I could pick him up quite cheap maybe, and then just like have him as an impact sub. It'll kind of be like what Cousin Richards is to us at the minute, wouldn't he? So like just there to boom, boom, boom when we need him at the end, and like that strong. Just want to Evans to podium happy, yada yada yada. And what's this? Lee Gregory's happy. Okay, so I need to play Bengram a bit more, I guess, kind of, maybe. What a ball to Robert, look at the pace on it. That's a nice little drag back to Sibs. Crap, I can't do it. I miss my R1 dribbling. I'd be so much more fluid with R1 than L1 and R1. There we go, corner eyes. Can you get 10 goals? Can you get 10 goals? He starts, he shoots, he scores, get in there, boom, boom, boom. How'd you like it? How'd you like it? Boom, boom, boom. Right, need to get him another couple of goals now. So he can get top of that leaderboard. I'd love him or Sibley to get the golden boot. That'd be awesome. Imagine winning League One and also getting the golden boot. That'd be brilliant. That's the goals, that's the dreams. So I'm starting to think now we are definitely going to get promoted. So even if we lose a few games now, at least we'll either drop in second or the playoff position. So hopefully next season then, as I said, let me know in the comments what you guys want. Should we invest in a training development centre, or should we invest in youth scouts? Let me know. And should we, like, I know I said that I want to sign Edmondson, but there's a few other defenders that I've been looking at as well, so let me know as well, should we sign any of these loanies for the Championship if we're able to? Because like Roberts is starting to impress me, but there's a couple of other right wingers. Obviously I speak high wonders of Edmondson. Clark's not too bad either. And then I've not really used Benningham in, so I can't really say anything about how good he is. And I know Mengi's an up and coming player as well, so maybe him. And then Lee Gregory, I wouldn't mind signing him as like a backup striker, but if we can find someone else to invest the money in, then I'm probably going to go for them instead. But let me know what you guys think of the loanies as well, and should we try and pursue any of them further. I mean, just look at this runs that he does down the right hand side. He's been fundamental down there. I do think that like Jozviak's going to struggle now to fit in this squad, because Ibe and Roberts are working that brilliant partnership with Arias. They're both getting like linked balls to him or to each other really, really well, like 8 out of 10 times. So Jozviak's struggling, but as I say, Roberts is only a loanee, so if I don't purchase him, then Jozviak's going to come back in squad unless I find someone else. And there is a couple of players that I've been looking at. And then Roberts is also quite a prolific goal scorer as well, with 5 goals at the minute. So, you know, it's not too bad to have a winger that can score goals like that. I think Jozviak scored 2 or 3, and I think I've scored a couple as well. So we're not doing too bad goal-wise. Right, let's see what he can do. Where's some players? Who we got? Araya. Oh, damn it. That control was a little bit off. Controlled it better than might have gone in then. So I never thought before as well, if when I'm when I'm doing that running, I can tell players to run into the box, can't I? Like with the L1. What? I'm offside, really? With the L1 and R1 running. Sorry, L1 and right analog stick, I can tell players where to run then, and it never occurred to me to do that before. That's opening a whole new thing in attacking as well. So much that I'm slowly remembering. Freaking hell, look at Buchanan. Oh, he's still going. Has he won as a penalty? He's not won as a penalty, has he? He has. Bloody hell. Right, sorry, Ibe. I need Arias to take this. Wow, his penalties are terrible. Hopefully he'll score, though, and go up to 11 goals. Although I should have let Sibley get in. 11 goals, joint top goal scorer at the minute. Although I should have probably let Sibley get that so he could move up to 10 as well. But that'll do. And kudos to Ibe. Kudos to Lee Buchanan as well for getting us the... darn it. For getting us the penalty. I mean, I didn't really expect much of it. I was trying to get a cross in and I didn't realise that it happened. And then look at that, perfectly taken. Such cool composure. I'm so glad that I brought this guy. If you guys are doing like a lower league team and you need that striker that's just mwah, chef kisses, I'd recommend Arias. He's feels good to play with, and I'm kind of sad that I'm not using development on him, because I reckon that if I could use development on him, he'd be a beast. Pure, like, working on something, because I do think you could make him into quite the prolific target man, you know, like a kind of like a Didier Drogba, you know, how like he's just, or even a poacher. I think he'd be a good poacher, because he looks as though he's got the strength build. So like, if he just like pin him around that 6-yard box or the penalty area itself, with the right training, I reckon it'll be brilliant. I mean, look at that conversion rate, 66%. The man's on fire. Okay, so what we've got, progress assessment. As discussed with yourself before the current season began, investing in our youth development representation at the moment, I was likely we'll be able to would actually to revisit. Yeah, guys, I can't do that because we had to sell the youth team, remember? So we've only got a very basic thing. Come on, guys, get with it. Loads of list players with it. Okay, so we've got a monthly scout report, and the only one that I'm really interested in again is this left back. The others, they don't really look that promising. I mean, 53 to 59, I'm gonna release you. Maybe I'm gonna get rid of you. You look decent, you got high potential. Yeah, the rest look alright, but I mean, it's this left back at the minute that really intrigues me. And probably, actually, I know he's got potential of 81 to 91, but it's going to take a lot of time to use him. And being, what, 15, he's probably not going to grow yet. Wow, 38, I just saw that, so I'm going to let you go. Maybe I might promote this left winger, although I don't know where I'm going to fit him in the squad, so I'm just going to promote him for no reason. Or we could play right midfield though. So you know what? We'll promote him and see how that works, and that might keep the boys just expanding brand. Right, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. I mean, as long as I win League One, the board should be happy. I mean, my rating's gone up to 73, so it's not like I'm going to get sacked or anything, is it? He says. Oh, okay, guys. So it's a cup game, and we've got a bunch of emails. So I will sim the cup game first, because as per usual, I'm not too bothered. But I think I'm going to play players that I wouldn't normally play. So obviously, Gregory. I'm going to give Mengi a go, see how he does. I'm going to let Bielik play. I might play Forsyth. And I'm going to give Rico a game. I think I'm going to move Knight. Actually, I'm going to let Jozwiak play this game. And I'm going to swap Knight with Bird. So we'll see how this game does. If we win, we win. It's not too bad, because again, it only one who scored, Bird. Because it's helping the players get their sharpness up that I wouldn't normally use, so it's not too bad. Plus we've got that game against Ipswich coming up like in 2 days time, so it gives the first team players plenty of rest. And look at that, we're 7 points clear of the table, and we've got a whole batch of emails through. So players on international, Jozwiak and Lawrence, okay, Jason Knight and Bielik, okay, and final scout reports, okay. So let's have a Jeremy again, another guy that's got high potential, so we shortlist you. Remove Ajax Marluvia, another one. Oh, he's already on my shortlist, excellent. So remove you. Christian Oliveira, 65, he's already on my shortlist. A lot of these guys I've already shorted before I scouted, so. But I'm thinking that a lot of these will help us in the championship, and like if we do get promoted, I should have probably around what 5-6 million to spend potentially. So it should help us in the long run. On loan, he's on loan, but why not? Brian Gill, this guy, man, he's 1972 rated, and he's got brilliant stats, and I think he has a high rating. He also looks like Howard from Big Bang Theory. Tony Moya, 65, he's got a release clause, and his contract's expiring, so I might be able to pick him up on the cheap, and that'll be a nice little midfielder. So we'll look at that. And Tachi, I think, is he another one? No, but he's a defender that's got a high potential. And Alex Pozo as a right back to replace probably Nathaniel Byrne, because he's obviously getting on a bit. I think he's like 28, 29 into, I think. You're on shortlist, that's good. Daryl Dyke on loan at Barnsley, but we'll save you as well. Look at that strength, 96, shot power 80. Wowza. So we'll do that. Tommy Doyle already on the shortlist. So there's plenty of players to choose from in January or for next season. So I'm going to see who I can pick up. Dennis Poltuk. So I am just shortlisting all of these anyway. I think this is the goalkeeper that I was looking at that is really good, and like he's got, I think he can grow up to like the 80s. So I'm thinking of seeing if I can do a swap with him for David Marshall or Kelly Roos. I'm going to double check, but I'm sure it's him. Alex McAllister. So I've got this massive shortlist now, which is great, just what we want. Josh Marger. I used him in my Fulham career mode, and I liked him. So I reckon he could be a decent signing. We'll shortlist you. And Oliver Burke. And, oh wow, Danny Welbeck. I don't remember asking him to be scouted, but he's the equivalent of... Oh, his contract's expiring as well. He might be good for the Championship, you know, as a backup striker instead of Andy Carroll. So maybe your time will come. Dude, I can't play you. Your contract's run out and I can't afford to buy it. Although, actually guys, let me know in the comments as well, should we renew any of the contracts if we can, because I think, let's say in January we get a little bit of money, so no doubt we're going to get some from this cup run that we're having. Should we renew any of the contracts? I'm not too bothered, if I'm absolutely honest. I mean, the only one I probably would miss would be Jaden Mitchell-Lawson, because he could be a nice little backup striker, but if I can release, I mean, Marty Waghorn, maybe not. Kazim Richards, I think he's going to struggle to fit in the squad now, and his rating's dropping anyway. Yozazun, again, when he comes back, he's probably going to get released anyway. Tom Lawrence, he's going to struggle to fit in the squad as well. Idem, not a keeper that I want to use. Creswell, potentially a backup striker. But it's just literally probably potentially those two that I'm looking at. If I was to renew anyone, it might be those two. So if we can get a bit of money come January, then potentially I will try and renew them. And then the other thing is, so let me know if there's any of those loanies that we should try and sign in January. So if I go back to here, so which ones do you think would be good for signing? So I'm potentially going for Edmondson and Roberts. I think I would like to try and sign if possible, but they are quite a lot of money. Maybe we could get them on loan again. Potentially Matt Clark, but I don't know, maybe. And Lee Gregory's 32 and he's dropping, so I don't think I'd be signing him, especially if I get Danny Welbeck as a backup striker in a free transfer, then it would probably be a no. The other thing is, what should we bring in next season? Because like I said, we are going to get promoted now. Should we bring in development or a youth scout? Which one should we invest, since the board's going to give us an option to invest in one of them? If that's a reward for winning promotion, we're going to have money to go in that. Look at that, with 7 points clear. I think we're going to run away with the title. Damn it, what? Arise is 1 goal behind now. So yeah, so apart from that, I'm going to end this episode here. I've recorded like around 3 hours worth of footage, so I've got plenty of videos to cut down into 10-minute sections, roughly 10 to 15 minute sections. So hopefully you guys will enjoy most of these. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Do take care. Bye.